Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of y'all's busy schedule to stop in and see what it is I'm up to. It is Wednesday, October 28th, 2020. We are in our 32nd week of dealing with this Chinese bat flu, safer at home, wear a mask nonsense. Excuse me. Currently here in Jacksonville, Florida, it is 85 degrees Fahrenheit and 73% humidity. It is working on going to 90 degrees today. Whether it will make it or not, I don't know. I hope not. That's 29 degrees Celsius. So, I went and voted today. Early voting. We're allowed to do that here in Florida. It was rather quick and easy. The polling place was about 4 minutes from home, and I stood in line maybe 5 minutes, not even that long, and got inside. And all in all, you know, fairly straightforward and easy. I didn't think about that I carry a knife. It's attached to my suspenders, and I just didn't even think about it. And one of the security guys came up and very politely asked if he could speak to me, and you know, of course I did, and he said that I had the knife there. I said, well, I'm already registered to vote. I got my ballot in my hand, you know. I said, well, okay, do you want to hold it? I mean, I've got no problem with that if that's what you want to do. I said, it seems a little ridiculous. You're worried about a 6-inch blade, and I've got a 5.5-foot bow staff sitting here in my hand. But if you want to take my knife, you know, not a problem. So he stepped back a couple steps, and I reached out and pulled the blade. I grabbed it by the blade carefully because it's sharp, and I handed it to him. And he met me outside afterwards. I mean, he saw me coming to the door, stepped outside and handed it back. So it wasn't a major big deal. It was just a little faux pas. I mean, people down here carry knives. You know, I mean, it's the thing. So at least most people that I know carry knives. I know there's people that don't. And for me, it's just another tool. I mean, okay, yes, it can cut you. It can be a weapon. But I use it all the time. It could be opening a package. Could be tightening a screw. It's a pry bar. You know, I mean, it's just another tool. But, again, okay, not a problem. So I hope any of you here in the United States have either already supported your rights or will go out and support your rights and vote. I don't care which way you vote, just go out and vote. But anyway, I had a question on my heritage, on my ancestry. So I actually discussed part of this when I was on my trip, and we discussed quite a bit of it with the grandkids, trying to get them informed. So my daughter has done some genealogy research, and on my father's mother's side, we trace back to Abraham Lincoln's brother, I think. Maybe his uncle, maybe his father's brother. Somehow or another, we are distantly related to Abraham Lincoln. So that's one thing. On my father's side, we can trace ourselves back to the founder of Pennsylvania, William Penn. There's a little bit of controversy there. Some people say we go back to his brother. Other people say that he doesn't have a brother, and the Robert that we are related to is William's son, Robert. So there's that. Again, some of that is, kind of family folklore. Some of it is, we can trace back so far, and then kind of the records kind of start falling apart, not being real accurate, or people didn't really write things down way back. You might only be able to find something in the Bible. So my dad's side of the family, through his father, has American Indian and Native American indigenous blood in us. So my generation is the last generation that could be able to sign into the tribal rolls and have any type of benefit from it. Never really did that. It's just kind of cool knowing that we actually trace back that way. And a lot of people say they do. But I mean, you can trace back through the cemeteries where my family is from, and the genealogical history is there. So there's that. And besides, along with all that, I'm basically just an American mutt. My mom's side of the family has French and German and Scottish and Yugoslavian, and I'm not 100% sure what all goes in there. I know one of my great-grandfathers was French-Canadian, or great-great-grandfathers maybe. I think it was my mom's great-great-grandfather. So I don't know, 3 generations back, 4 generations back, but they were French-Canadian. And then my dad's side of the family traces back, like I said, through William Penn and through the Native American tribes. So I'm just a mutt, People intermarry and they don't worry about, nationalities. Or they did. I guess they didn't as much, or whatever. Times were tougher. There weren't as many people around. But I've got Irish blood and Scottish blood and English blood, German, French, Native American. So those are my roots going back here. Like I said, as far back as I can tell. Now, like my grandparents that I actually knew, like my mom's dad was a plumber. He started out early in New Jersey, and I forget exactly when, the 20s maybe. But when Campbell's Soup built their plant in Camden, New Jersey, my grandfather made a bid and won it, and then his company exploded after that. I'm not exactly sure what all he did for Campbell's Soup, other than a lot of the plumbing. More than just heating, though. So, like I said, I'm not 100% sure, but I know Campbell's was one of his major customers up until the time he retired in the middle 70s. So, and even after that, when my uncle and then my cousin had the company, until Campbell Soup closed, and they closed that plant at any rate. My dad's side of the family, my grandfather, my dad's father, worked at the public utilities, drove the tractor on the beach to clean the beaches, and drove the garbage truck and all that type of stuff. His mother owned a bar down there on the just outside of Seaside Park. It was called Ma Pens, and from everything we've been able to gather, she was one tough old broad. They would pull their fishing boats in off the surf, and then bring the horses up to pull the boats in, and the horses would eat at the bar, and Grandma had a truncheon or a bat or whatever to help keep the fishermen in line. And yeah, my dad has some pretty hairy stories about growing up, being a youngster, and his grandmother were running the bar. He grew up basically at the bar, and bussing tables and whatever. So I don't know. There's some rumors about rum running in the early 1900s coming into like where Island Beach State Park is now. I know my dad has found relics down there a long time ago, like a small pistol. I think there's a knife and a lock. Not sure what all it was from, but it was all down there. He dug it up down there at the beach somewhere or another. But anyway, yeah, so I guess that's pretty much it. We're about at the end of the run. For those of you interested, I did stop and get gas yesterday. It took $17.20 before it shut off, and I was able to squeeze it into $17.20, and I was able to squeeze it into $17.50. So that gave me a full tank of fuel, and yeah, that was at $1.78 a gallon. Anyway, let me know what you think, folks. Give me a thumbs down or a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. That's Sky again today. Look at that. Leave me a comment wherever it is y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fantabulous. If you'd like to check me out on Facebook or Instagram, I'll get some links in the description box, wherever that is on your device of choice. I also put links to similar videos. You'll find my email, my snail mail, and all that good stuff. So I got a few minutes to kill. I was running a little early. So yeah, my mask got a lot of comments too. Let's see if we can. I was wearing this one when I went inside. So if your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. So I see you all again. I hope you have a fantabulous day. Slouchy, y'all. Bye-bye.